Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Farming Simulator 25. We're back here in Ameverville. And just get me a ice cold drink here as we are letting the tractor warm up. I'm glad I turned the lights off, but I needed the door closed. So things look a little different here at the farm. The only thing that has stayed is that barn, this decoration, and our two little crops over here, or garden, greenhouse things. Yeah, that. Everything else looks a little bit different. We are decked out in full with equipment. We have quite a few tractors, some old school style ones, of course, including this beautiful beast. But that's not what we're running today. We're not even running that big beast today. We're running this tractor. Both of our fields that we currently own have been plowed up. Or not plowed up, we need to be plowed up. Let me back away from that. Nope, being in the cab won't help. We'll just back the camera out because that's really loud in my ears, and yeah. So we do have a farm shop right there that we just passed. We have purchased this field on our left. We just have not purchased the animals yet. We are currently sitting at about $88,500. So yeah, we have nowhere near the amount to purchase this land over here behind that I'm looking at now. And that's because that's like 1.5 million. Yeah. Let's get the steering assist on. Why is it showing me two different ones? Hold up. Oh. Somehow it got offset, and I don't know why, because there shouldn't be an offset. Let's detach that. Oop, wrong button. Sorry, I'm just kind of barely awake right now. Why is that automatic? There should be no offset. There we go. Again, there should be no offset, but okay. Whatever. Nope, I need to go for it. I'm having all kinds of trouble today, guys. There we go. And for whatever reason, it's still showing there to be an offset, which there shouldn't be an offset with this plow by any means. Maybe it's the tractor itself that's causing that. I don't know. So if you think this looks a little funny, it's because it is. That is an extra full fuel tank on the front. I had it as an option, so I went with it. Figured why not? I can always use plenty of fuel in our tractors. Yeah, things are going quite well here in Ameverville. I've been trying out different things, different pieces of equipment. Obviously, what you see is what I've decided to go with. And that just is going to throw me off with a 2. Okay, that is really weird. That, whatever. As long as it's plowing where I need it to plow, that's all I care about right now. But we're doing our usual tillage. The two fields that we own need to be plowed, so we're gonna plow them up, come through and spread lime, and probably just plant a cover crop. We're still in September, so not like we're in that big of a rush by any means to get things done. But yeah, of course, you know me, I went with John Deere. Because, well, honestly, that's because John Deere is what I have the most equipment of in terms of mods. So Come on, get it lined up. Thank you. Yeah, it shouldn't take too long for us to get through this, and I'll get this field plowed up, and then we'll take a look to see what's changed around the farm. All right, we're back here at the farm. Paul actually stopped by, well, called me up and asked if I had any work, and I said, sure, I got a couple fields to plow. So he's took over for me, gave me a chance to come back down here and show off what we've done. So I'm a little irritated by this map, just a little bit. It's kind of more of a pet peeve of mine. So you see this area here. This is obviously our home farm, as you can tell. We cannot purchase this area at all, which means we can't put anything there. We can't, build anything there. At best, I can mow it. That's about it. Because I don't even know if it would allow me to cut trees down. And that's very irritating. Because when you select this or this, it means you cannot buy the road except for this little sliver right there. So there's a lot of potential that's being lost because it means when you buy these fields, you cannot expand them. It means you can't combine them. And that's very frustrating to me. Granted, I don't do a lot of combining of fields, but if I really wanted to, I should be able to. Like if I bought these 4 fields and I wanted to make it one massive field, I should be able to. But no, because you can't purchase the roads. And I kind of get it. Some people are just very particular about their maps. I get it. It's just a pet peeve of mine that I kind of wish wasn't. Wasn't a thing. I wish, you could buy all the roads and everything, and that way you can take the creator's map and make it your own. But anyway, so as you can see, we bought this pasture over here as well as this one, which is sheep. So we have the potential to have both cows and sheep now. I have not done anything with our rabbit pen back here. I have no idea what my dog's going on about, so I apologize for that. Yeah, and I haven't done anything with the rabbits, and partially because I can't quite read this to figure out what they are supposed to take. So I might actually sell this and make this into a chicken pen. In all honesty, I just haven't thought that much. I like where it's at. I just really don't want to try to mess too much with the rabbits. So as far as the silo system goes, I've gone with this. This is an underground bulk storage. Has quite a big capacity. But I didn't want to go with a standard silo system by any means. Alright. Sorry about that. Kind of a weird place for a transition. But my dogs were going crazy and would not shut up. And I think they were barking at the garbage guys outside. But yeah, so I went with this because I didn't really want to deal with... Well... Oop, didn't want to get into that. We're going to go this route. Because we can kind of do better overview. So... I didn't really want to ruin the height aspect of things. I mean, yeah, this farm over here has this silo, but I just kind of like the low profile look of my farm so far. And I say low profile just in terms of height. Don't really have anything breaking through the tops of the tree lines. So, if you're out here doing whatever, you really can't see my farm too much. And my footprint isn't that big either. So, yeah. I'm also looking at possibly changing my gardens. So one thing I do want to mention is we have a little bit of a water problem. Now the door is open. I have a little bit of a water problem, and that is Something I haven't been able to remove, and that is where the backyard pool was behind the house. If you go back and look at the first video, you'll see the pool. I deleted the pool, the water stayed, and now we're stuck with it in the shop. Yeah, as well as grass and everything else, but that's details. As you can hear, we have plenty of bees out doing their goodness in the world. We have obviously we are collecting, well, I don't know why that's not spinning, but we are collecting water. Oh, that's lovely. I'm not seeing any of my options down here below. That's an issue. Oh boy. There we go. I thought I was having some bigger issues at hand. we do have a shed back here that I am going to be moving this mower into, and we're going to be getting its attachments eventually as we need them. And we may or may not get the backhoe. I don't know. It depends on what we decide to do going forward. At the very least, I do want the front loader for that as well, because it is nice to have a little bit of a forklift, a smaller forklift on the farm. We have our sprayer, and this has a 3-point connection on it. Not a very big tank, as you can tell, but I think it'll do the job for our 2 fields that we currently have. I think I've kind of thought about taking this farm and relying more so on gardens as well as our 2 pastures. So cattle here, sheep on the other side, and like I said, I kind of want to try the rabbits and figure out what they want, but at the same time, I just want to say screw it and just put chickens. And the reason being is this production point here is our preserved foods production, and it requires eggs. So, oh, there's my tags and whatnot down there. So it requires eggs and flour. So I'm trying to make flour as well. I don't care if it's rice flour, but and that's why I am looking at the possibility of, well, obviously adding a garden, but replacing these with the one garden that I have on Alma, Missouri. I know for certain I had that bigger one that I have. I'm thinking about having 2, maybe 3 of them here. Depends on how I want to do this, because I could possibly have 4 if I do this right. Yeah, may have to take down a tree or 2, but some of these trees just don't exist at all, because we're in the middle of the tree. Found that out when I was mowing, and when I went to go around, and part of the mower went right through the tree. And then we have some other solid ones. So I don't know why those 2 just don't really seem to exist in the world aside from just looks. Well, all 3 of these. But yeah. So those are stank, and I can't do anything about it. But as you can tell, we do have everything decked out. Unfortunately, because I have my shed packed with equipment, to the point that I even have my baler sitting out here. I do want to get that under cover here shortly. Mind your ears. And let's get the lights back on. So this is our planter that plants just about everything, and I mean everything. I don't know how or why that got shoved into the door, but it did. So we're putting it back where I had it. This guy is our mulcher. Yes, looks like a regular mower, but it is set up in game as a mulcher. Rock picker, spreader, windrower. This is our cultivator and our weeder. So we are set up pretty well. We even have plenty of shelves for pallets and everything. So I just realized that for that, it has to be put in that way. So we may look into things like that. That says case. Why does that say case? I thought I had that set up otherwise. Ah, there we go. That's better. That's one thing I like about this shed, this house shed. Aside from the door swinging in and hitting me. So one thing I don't like, is there lights in here? Huh. Is that these slider doors, as nice as I like them and the looks of them, they just really feel short. Like I feel like physically I have to duck. We do have a bathroom here, which it has a door to our bedroom as well. So in our lovely little bedroom with a closet. Ooh. Does that turn on? Yes, it does turn lights on everywhere. I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be our refrigerator, because I don't see one anywhere else. I'm assuming dishwasher? Maybe stovetop? An oven? Yeah, I'm a little confused by that, but I do like the looks of this. It's like a nice, very nice, almost studio apartment. At least it kind of has that feel, even though, yes, bedroom is separate, and bathroom obviously is separate. And we do have a nice little office over there, but it kind of has that feel and vibe to it. Okay, we do have a door over here. So we have a nice little side patio. Our pickup truck. Obviously, we do have firewood as well. Even though it looks pretty freaking fake. We're going off the fact that we use that for our grill on the other side and for that when we need it. Obviously clothesline, because we have a washer somewhere in there, I think. But there's a washer, and of course we gotta have our rocker out here on front. So we can just sit and relax and stare at our big, beautiful Harley. Whoa. There we go. And let's feed Jimbo. So I probably should have done this on the other side because of the slider door, but it kind of works out over here. Because if we're out here relaxing, grilling, and people come in and want to visit, they're going to be pulling into here, more than likely. So, and even me, even though I have the truck on the other side, you know, I have more of a vibe of pulling into here and just parking in front of a door and going inside if I really need to. So I do like the fact that this is on this side, though it seems like it might make a little bit more sense on the other side, given that slider door. But yeah. Of course, you know, when we have people visiting, so we're not just all standing around over here or around a plastic table, we can sit, we can relax, we can enjoy the day. And if it's raining, we can play cards, as long as it's not a crazy storm. And I just like the vibe that I've made with this farm, by any means. We do have our honey collection here. If I owned this grassy area over here, I would definitely I might clear out one, maybe two trees and put another shed over here so we can get at least our equipment, the rest of our equipment under cover. But when it's all said and done, ooh, I just realized that I have a harvester, but I don't have a way to empty said harvester. I need to fix that. Sorry. But yeah, we even have a dock down here, if you guys remember. Don't really have anything in said dock, aside from a sailboat and a little rowboat thing. But definitely a nice spot to sit out here, fish, just enjoy the day. Especially, you know, these cooler September days. And it looks like we should be able to put American flag on there. Yes, I know this is not exactly an American map. I'm making it American because it's my farm. But yeah, as you can tell, we, even though over here we do need a mow again, partially because I just went ahead and, as I was changing things, I put meadow down. So that's how we get all these bushes and wildflowers and all that through here. But everything else has been mowed and cleaned up. Otherwise, it would look like across the street. And we do have a little farm shop over here as well. I was trying to put it down here more on the corner, but the game wouldn't let me because I don't own it and I can't buy it. So, shucks. So let's see here. What do I have growing in here? I did split up the 2 greenhouses. All right, so this one has garlic, Napa cabbage, and strawberries, and the other one has a chili peppers, lettuce, spring onions, and tomatoes. Let's see here. The lettuce, strawberries, and tomatoes I am selling direct. Everything else is getting moved over here, but I can't do anything until I get those eggs and I get flour. And that's kind of why, because the crop that we harvested, we sold direct, so I don't have those available to do anything with. I may end up going to the store and buying a pallet of just flour, just so I have it and I can put it in there and be done with it. So one thing I do want to mention, sorry, my brain is going a million different ways today. Some of you may wonder why, even though I don't have a truck attached to this, why the tailgate's down. And that is because I intentionally put it out this way because at the time I was able to back my truck in far enough to where if I needed to get one of these guys out, I could at least get the truck out of the way and get these out. So I put this down more so because, you know, if you're driving around this way, you're not going to just instantly run straight into it and hurt yourself. Instead, you may just trip a little bit more over it. But at the same time, sorry, my dog's making noise and she ran into the door. Sadness when it comes to old dogs. In my mindset, it's, well, if I needed to put something on the trailer, it's just easy because the tailgate's already down. Anyway. But yeah, as far as the few things that I need, I don't really want to get a skid of eggs, especially when I'm seriously considering changing this over to chickens. So I think I'm going to hold off on buying eggs, but I think I will buy a pallet or 2 of flour just so we can get this going and start making money off of what we can do here. And I mean, basically what this is it's a cannery. So, well, I know I already opened it up once for you. But as far as outgoing products, canned peas, jarred green beans, kimchi, noodle soup, beetroot, carrots, parsnip, all preserved. And then rice bags, rice box, rice rolls, and spinach. So some of these, it's just simplest, you know, put spinach in, you get spinach out. But for some of these, they do require a little bit more. So for rice flour, that's where the eggs come in. Or noodle soup. That's where the rice flour and the eggs come in. So I do want to make sure that we take full advantage, especially if I can... Ooh. That uses up quite a bit. Do we not have it? So Napa cabbage, garlic, spring onion, and chili peppers. So that's using up everything that we've actually we can grow. I like that. Yeah, the only thing that this doesn't use, like I said, is tomatoes, lettuce, and strawberries. So those are being sold direct. Yeah, otherwise, I do kind of like this production, just with what it can do for us. So, yeah. We're gonna go ahead and call the video there, guys. So as always, if you happen to like what you see, if you catch yourself watching more than one of my videos, please do us both a favor and hit that subscribe button and ring that bell. That bell will let you be notified of every single video I post and not just select a few here and there. If you made it this far in the video, I want to say thank you, and I greatly appreciate each and every single one of you, and I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your day. So with all that being said, we will catch you in the next episode. Take care. Peace.